Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I am bringing to you the sequel of one of my last videos, which was 3 places I no longer buy pre-loved luxury goods, and this is actually 5 places that I do buy my pre-loved luxury goods from. So let's get started with this list. Number 1 is actually a company that was mentioned in my last video as being hit or miss, and that is Fashionfile. As I stated in my last video, I do still buy from Fashionfile. I just think you have to be a little more careful than you used to be, not with authenticity, but with how the item is described and what's coming to you. But they have a great return policy, so if something doesn't work for you, you do have 30 days to return it. And I think that's great because you can get the item, look at it, and be like, this isn't the quality or, the rating I was expecting from it. Like if it was excellent and it actually has a bunch of scratches on it, you can tell them that and then send it back. So I do still buy from Fashionfile, and I do still think there are some deals on there. It's just becoming harder to find as they have become bigger and bigger. They're now owned by Neiman Marcus, or partially owned by Neiman Marcus. So I think that does somewhat affect the pricing as well. So 1 would be Fashionfile. I do still buy there, but I do think you have to hunt a little more for a deal. 2 is Rebag. So you guys will have seen I have made some videos on Rebag. I do not work with Rebag. I have just been lucky, and I am a stalker, so I have found some very, very good Hermes deals on Rebag's website. They sometimes have some really great deals on their Hermes that has gone on sale, and then they have their 10 to 15% off site-wide. That does apply to Hermes, so you can get some really, really good deals. Prices have gone up as they also have become more and more popular, but that does not mean you're not going to find a deal. You just have to do a little more hunting, and I would say wait for the sales. The sales on Rebag are killer, and they have really, really good deals because they let you combine the it's on sale and then the code for 10 to 15% off. Also, I find that they are very harsh on their ratings, which is appreciated by me because I will get something that says more like a fair, good condition, and I get it, and I would think that's probably an excellent or higher on Fashionfile. So I have actually bought something that is their lowest, not outlet. I've never bought anything from their outlet, that's newer, but they're fair rating, I believe, and I actually have gotten it and been like, wow, this is in great condition. So just something to keep in mind. I think they are a little harsh, which is good when you are the buyer because then you are getting something that is in a little better condition, pre-loved condition than you initially thought. 3 is eBay. So I have made it's no secret how much I love buying things on eBay. I have written a couple blog posts, which I will have down below in the description box. Also link a bunch of my eBay videos down below as well, where I recommend certain sellers and just give you guys some tips and tricks on how to be safe on eBay, because when there is a platform that is just hosting other people, so eBay kind of works as a go-between, there can be some shady people. Shady people love those sort of platforms. But in general, I love eBay. I have actually worked with eBay before, which was amazing and something I would love to do again. I just really love buying things on eBay because I think it's kind of the last deal frontier in my mind. The Japanese resellers are normally really great. I have not had issues with them. I have had issues with other sellers, mainly individual sellers, and eBay is very good about backing the buyer, not so much the seller, but the buyer, which is very helpful when you come across something that is not authentic. They also do eBay Authenticate, which is where they actually have the seller send it to them, they authenticate and then send it on to you. Whenever I've had that done, I have it again authenticated because I'm crazy, and I have it done by Real Authentication, and it has always 100% of the time been authentic, which is great. I also think Real Authentication actually provides those authentication services. I'm not exactly sure there, but if that worried you, you could always try Authenticate first or another platform. But I just really have found that eBay has the best deals out there for people who like to buy pre-loved. And also I find that especially with the Japanese resellers, they'll have 20 to 30,000 items listed. So there is a great source of every type of vintage piece you could ever be looking for, or ready to wear piece, or just, even the hard to find pieces that were limited edition, they'll have them. Sometimes, yes, they're going to be expensive, but I still find that they normally are better priced than some of the prices on Fashionfile or Rebag, which I have previously talked about. If you ever have any questions about eBay listing, you can always DM me and I can kind of give you my feedback on it. But in general, I would say stick to big power sellers. You know, people who have thousands of things listed. Check their rating. Like, I'm only going to buy from someone who's got a 95% or above. I do allow for a little bit of error there because I think a lot of times people only give ratings when they're really annoyed by something. So I do, you know, kind of look through those and see. And then also, again, Japanese resellers. That's my third. Japan has very strict and stringent laws around authenticity of luxury goods, which I really, really appreciate. And so I have had no problems with Japanese resellers. I know sometimes a fake does slip through. If that was to happen, which I know it has with some people, normally the Japanese resellers are very good about refunding you the money and all of that, and they'll work with eBay. So highly recommend eBay. Like I said, it's the last frontier for like luxury deals, and even those are starting to disappear as prices keep rising. Next is Yuki's Closet. I think Yuki's Closet is great. They have some great prices, but you have to be on top of your game. They release items in the morning time PST, I'd say around like 8:39, and if it's a really hot item because their prices are good, you have to jump on that item. Like, you need to be on that website like as soon as they list. I have seen some great Chanel deals come up through there with classic flaps. I've seen some hard to find Louis Vuitton items come up there with good deals. And, you know, just like Fashionfile or other sites, even eBay, Rebag, when there is something that is really sought after, a lot of times they will just list it at retail instead of above like a lot of the other places do. So, you know, say it was a limited edition Louis Vuitton piece, they will say, you know, we're listing this at retail because it was limited edition and very hard to find, but they didn't like mark it up like $1,000, $2,000 like I will have seen on Fashionfile or Rebag or even eBay. So I think they have some great prices. They are based out of, I want to say Seattle and Washington. They also have a great return policy because I have had to return something to them before. But I would say in general, they have some great prices. They just have a smaller inventory to me than Fashionfile or Rebag. Just a little bit smaller of a site, but highly recommend. And lastly is actually a website I found because they are a reseller on eBay, but they actually have their own website, and I repost their pictures from Instagram all the time because they have an amazing vintage collection, like amazing. I basically want every single thing they repost, and they have a fabulous ready-to-wear collection, and that is Amore Vintage. They are based out of Japan. If you ever happen to like look at their Instagram stories, I rewatched one of their latest ones like 20 times and showed my husband and was like, we need to go to Japan. We need to go to Japan for many reasons, including one of my best friends that I've literally known since before she was born because I am older than her and I was hanging out with her family when her mom was pregnant. So like, we've known each other a long time. Our daddies, we call them the frat daddies because actually her dad is my dad's big brother in the fraternity. So they have been friends for a very long time and they were in each other's weddings, etc., etc. But she is in Tokyo and I'm just waiting for the travel ban to lift so I can go visit her and also go shopping. Okay, back to the stories. They showed in their stories what I'm going to call an Hermes vault. That is their Hermes store and had like every Hermes bag ever made in every color and every size, and my eyes are just like little hard eyes. Like I was like, OMG, I'm going there. But they have a fabulous collection. They have a bunch, they sell on Instagram, but they also list a bunch of things on their website. I have found so far everything I bought from them has been 100% authentic. They ship really quickly. You do not have to, at the moment, pay tax because they pay your taxes for you, but you would have to pay duties. So you're not paying taxes and duties, you're just paying duties, which in my mind, I just equate to taxes because normally on most items, they're about 10%. And for me, that's about what my tax is. So that's how I see it. But they have an amazing collection. Like even if you're not going to buy anything, I say follow them on Instagram because like such great eye candy. Those are my 5 places that I do still shop pre-loved luxury. I also will say that there are some smaller pre-loved, like kind of more consignment stores or just smaller stores that I do shop from, and I do normally post when I buy something there them in my stories just because like they didn't make this list because they have a much smaller inventory than a lot of these other places, as in like, you know, they maybe only have like 20-25 bags, but they'll have great deals. So always keep your eyes on my stories for those. These 5 that I listed just have like at any given time at least like 1,000, I would say roughly 1,000 items on their website, which is a lot. And as you know, with Fashionfile, they have even more than that. Same with Rebag. And obviously eBay has like millions, but that's another story. So if you like this sort of video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is 3 times a week right now on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you want to see all my finds as I find them or see all the things I'm posting from Amore Vintage in my story, please make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my blog, all of which are linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!